Oh boy, man, man, I feel like this is like a 30-year feud. This is a match making it 30 years, right? So, Bret Hart once again has went off on Triple H. If people understand the industry, right, and what's been going on, right, that Bret Hart has a big issue with Triple H, right, because of the Montreal Screwjob thing, right? And I feel like Bret Hart was being dramatic about that shit. And Bret Hart, at the same time, he's being a little bitch about it, you know what I'm saying? So, recently on his podcast, he went off on Triple H. He said that Triple H was a slime ball, this and that. I wish I could have came back in time and beat him up in the locker room. He wouldn't be married to Stephanie. He was a phony, you know what I'm saying? He's basically calling the Triple H a phony, right? He's not like any other wrestler, right? So he just looks at Triple H as like a bad wrestler, right? He doesn't come up with ideas. He doesn't put himself over. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to put nobody over, right? You feel me? There was a story one time of where Bret Hart didn't want to beat The Rock for the Intercontinental title. That he wanted The Rock or Owen Hart or somebody to be put over and Triple H to bury that person, right? And Bret Hart wanted to put over somebody new. And Triple H was just a piece of shit. And it seemed like Triple H was just a bad motherfucker behind the stage, right? And he's racist as shit. So there's no... listen, man. There's no surprise to me how selfish Triple H is, right? Because I heard of a story that this one YouTuber was gonna get his DVD signed by Triple H, and he looked at him funny. He said, "Sorry, kid, I can't help you. Just gonna have to find another way." Right? That's what he said, right? And that from there has told me like, ain't no surprise of how many people are saying Triple H is a selfish ass nigga. I don't want to assume that because I don't know Triple H. But with all the stories, it's come to the realization that Triple H is a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, we got two pussies fighting each other. But Triple H is not even worried about this dude. You know what I'm saying? Triple H ain't worried about him. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, Triple H is a bitch. And I'll say to his face too. There's a couple people I would like to say to their faces that you're a bitch. I will say that to your face with my spit coming out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Bret Hart here does not understand the fact 30 years ago, nigga. What makes you think that you're gonna win, that bring the title to WCW? Because you refuse to to follow your job. You refuse to follow the script. So they had no other choice. Triple H and Shawn Michaels had to team up because they were buddies and they had to do what they had to do. But no, Triple H had to say no. But Triple H had to suck the shit up from his wife, right? He could have told her, listen, your fucking husband's not taking the title to WCW. I had a job to do. This ain't no dirty work. He want to refuse something. We gotta force him. Gotta force him to do some shit right here. So they didn't have a choice. But no, Triple H want to suck his shit. That's like he has to eat Vince McMahon shit. And that's why Triple H is the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And this whole new era shit's getting on my fucking nerves right now. He keeps transferring from program to program. And you wonder why he's so fucking... And you wonder why people hate on him. You feel me? People say this is a good era, but it's not. How many fucking ratings has Raw smacked them again lately? You feel me? I agree with Bret Hart and some things said about Triple H. He's not really a good wrestler. It's a fucking bitch. You feel me? He doesn't even come up with ideas. That I don't know about. You feel me? That I don't know about. Because Triple H is just a generic ass wrestler to me. He's always been. You feel me? And like with Bret Hart talking here, it's like, what do you want to do about it? You feel what I'm saying? Like, dude, you're sitting up here talking about this dude for 30 fucking years. And he just brought you back to the WWE. I'm trying to process the part of where Triple H brought him back to WWE, right? Why are you talking all this shit? Why? So you just get a paycheck? I bet he does. I bet he did it so he could just get a fucking paycheck. Seriously. I don't get it. You feel me? If you really had a problem with him, you would have never came back. I would have never came back in WWE. I don't give a damn how much the money is. You feel me? And they try to make the whole... This is what I don't understand. I didn't like this whole Vince McMahon and Bret Hart fucking match, right? People make it seem like that Vince screwed Bret, and Vince McMahon wanted the people to make it seem like that he screwed Bret, but Bret screwed Bret. He really said in the promo that Bret screwed Bret. You know what I'm saying? So they had to continue with the feud. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? I didn't understand why they did the match. And then Bret Hart had the win, and made it seem like Bret Hart got his fucking revenge or whatever. It didn't make any sense. Dude, you refuse to fucking give up the championship and you want to bring it to WCW? What the fuck are you talking about? You were supposed to go to WCW and you went there. It's like, what the hell? So now you're just gonna hate Triple H for the rest of your fucking life. If anything, I would have never talked about this. I would have said, you know what, I had a job to do. I was still gonna get paid, or if you weren't getting paid, whatever the fuck, and I was gonna go to WCW and they were paying me. So it didn't make any fucking sense. You feel me? And people could look back at this match. You feel what I'm saying? And if you lose to Shawn, you lose to Shawn. So what, man? But the problem is this, right? Triple H does suck ass, right? I cannot disagree with Bret Hart when he said Triple H is a fucking loser. And one thing about Triple H, right? He will go shit on everybody and step on anything to get to the top. Like how he cheated on China and married Stephanie so he could be on top. He could be world champion. He could be the businessman. He could be Vince McMahon's fucking protege. He could be another Vince McMahon. All that shit. So Triple H wants to move up just by shitting on people and just to fuck other people's daughters to get to the top. That's what I'm looking at it as, right? And that's what the kind of man Triple H is, right? He'll look in your fucking face, right? No, fuck that. He'll give you a job opportunity, right? Your girlfriend could be the fucking supervisor, right? And he could just fuck the shit out of her, right? He could cheat on you, right? I know. Girlfriend could cheat on you for him, right? Long hair, beard, you know what I'm saying? You never know. She might be attracted to Triple H. And Triple H could take her girl. And he could be the new supervisor. And then she could just get rid of you. That's what kind of man Triple H is. Or Triple H could take her position and just take you out. You know what I'm saying? She could resign or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, problem is this, right? Nobody can fool me and tell me that Triple H will shit on everybody to get to where he needs to. Look at Ryan Ward. Ryan Ward was supposed to be the head of creative of WWE. I don't know why Vince McMahon allowed this shit, but at the same time, Ryan Ward should be where he's at. The head of NXT, the head of WWE, creative room. You know what I'm saying? Maybe then I would like for a job with WWE, but I don't. But I don't give a fuck about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because now creative really sucks. So, no. Problem is this, right? Triple H can't fool me by talking about this is the new era. We're gonna do the best we can and shit like that. No, you're gonna shit this company to the ground. I guarantee you next year, we're just gonna hit 1 million. We're probably gonna hit 500K. We're gonna hit 500,000 views by next year. I promise you. 500,000 views per SmackDown. I fucking promise you this. And if we don't get there, we're probably gonna at least get 900,000. But at least I'm right. You feel what I'm saying? Because we got these fucking superstars out here. Some of these superstars really suck, in my fucking opinion. Why the fuck is Cody Rhodes retaining the championship? You know what I'm saying? One thing I have to agree with Bret Hart, that Triple H is just not a good wrestler and fucking sucks. He's basically telling you guys that Triple H is a fucking loser. He will fuck on everybody to get to where he needs to. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. If this were TNA, whatever the fuck, he might fuck Jeff Jarrett's daughter. Jeff Jarrett's daughter. You never know. So that's the thing, right? Triple H is that kind of person. And Triple H here, yo, this dude, these people are hilarious. These niggas are fucking hilarious, right? Especially Bret Hart. He's got a good point, but you need to understand, Bret, that you screwed yourself. You screwed yourself. They had to force themselves to take the title off of you and to screw you, because you can't take that championship to another company. You're just selfish. And to me, Bret Hart just worries about he just cares about what Bret Hart wants. Selfish ass person. You know, he doesn't want to give the championship to another person and it's their turn. You know what I'm saying? That's like you, I don't know, you have the remote, right? You're trying to watch your TV show, right? But it's your brother's turn, right? And he hasn't watched his TV show. You watch your show for an hour. Give him his turn. That's Bret Hart. You know what I'm saying? He's selfish. He doesn't want everybody to get their turn. You feel what I'm saying? He just want to take everything with him to another company for I don't know why. And that's weird to me, right? And I wouldn't allow that shit, right? So if Vince McMahon said Bret screwed Bret, he fucking screwed himself. Bret did screw Bret. Simple as that. So in my personal opinion, I'm not on nobody's side here. These two are losers. Triple H will shit on everybody to get on top, and he's not good. And you need people with you to put you over. And Bret Hart, who will just cry and complain because you didn't get things your way. And I understand the thing with Bill Goldberg thing. I understand the Bill Goldberg situation, but nobody gives a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Bill Goldberg apologized or whatever, and I'm sure you got paid that night at wrestling. I'm sure Bret Hart got paid. So I don't know what the fuck you're crying for. You know what I'm saying? And he says that Goldberg didn't give him millions of dollars. You know, I'm going to talk about that in my next video. Bill Goldberg and Bret Hart's situation. It's really getting ridiculous, bro. And Bret Hart's really pissing me off right now as I'm about to end this video. Peace out, guys.